YouTube, it's Above Average Cody here to help you with comms, communication, callouts, or whatever you would like to name them. Today, we're going to talk about what goes into a good comm mid-game in ranked or any competitive environment. And then I'm going to talk about what I'm trying to work on and kind of the more advanced aspects that you should be thinking about when you're trying to call out to randoms in lobby, your teammates, or anything of the sort. Now, first off, guys, what goes into a good general comm during basically any game you're going to play? There's really three things I'd say, two for the majority of the community, and the first two things are location. Where is an enemy on the map? The second thing is how much damage did you do to that enemy? Because the majority of the time, communication you're going to be making is an enemy you have information on, and generally you should be putting in damage to that enemy, of course, because that is the point of just about every game you play here on Halo Infinite. And then the third thing that many people don't do, but you hear the pros do just about all the time, is identify that enemy. Most of the time it's name, but you can also do this by the color of their armor. Maybe they're carrying a weapon like the sniper, the heat wave. So a perfect comm would be something like, in this situation, maybe back pillars, the location, maybe half health if I put some damage in them, but not a lot. And then, I don't know, I wasn't looking at the enemy, but purple armor, or their name is Joe, or something of that sort. So that would be what probably a perfect general communication is when you are taking just about any gunfight. And now, building onto this general type of call out, guys, you want to add some more things. And this is kind of where I'm trying to work and what I don't hear just about anybody do. The first thing is, guys, what else is going on in the situation? Are they pushing an objective? Are they pushing a power weapon? This can also tag along with whether they're holding a power weapon or it's on the ground. And then most importantly, guys, how many enemies are there? If you expect a teammate to help you out, which is the reason you're making a call out, you are making these call outs to give your other teammates information. You do not want to tell them, Joe one-shot back tower and have the entire enemy team back there. So your teammate goes, I'll just run in and kill this Joe fella with half his health missing, and then run into 2 enemies, 3 enemies, even the entire team, guys. So that is one thing you can add on. And then one more thing is, and this is specific with Halo Infinite for sure, with the death cam, anticipation. You need to call out where you see the enemy going or where you are confident that enemy is going. And believe it or not, the teammate Bandos is like really good at this. I have not commended him on this, but he is very good at calling out where the enemy is going. A good example would be, I don't know, recharge. If you're over by C plat on recharge, an enemy could jump up sneaky and go out long haul, or they could go down C steps down to pit. 2 completely different directions. So if you call out C stairs one shot and your teammate goes over there, guys, it might take them a second, it might take them 2 seconds, and the shield regen does take a little bit. So if you can tell your teammate where that enemy is headed, either in the death cam or where it looks like they're going to go, you're able to give your teammate all the information they need to go over and clean up that kill. Again, there's other things that could be riding, like multiple enemies, something else going on, like the oddball or camos coming up. That depends on the situation. But in just this situation, guys, you want to call out whether they are jumping up top sneaky and going out long haul or going down C steps. Because if they're coming from one direction to the other, this could severely change how they can effectively play the situation so that they do not go down in the process of cleaning up your call out. And now next up, guys, I want to focus more on painting the picture around the map. Now you heard me talking about 2 enemies up, 3 enemies up. You want to pay attention to how many enemies are down. And some people are better at this than others, but if you are very good at watching the kill feed, a very good trait to have, guys, you want to call out, how many teammates do you have up? How many enemies are dead? Because if you're 4 up and there's 2 enemies dead, guys, you should be pushing those 2 enemies. If it's Slayer, you should be picking up the oddball. You should be soaking up time in King of the Hill. Very important to be paying attention to that and then comment out loud. I have never found it useless when somebody calls out, "We're 2 down, don't push." That little call out, just a few words, can monumentally change the outcome of a sequence. Because if you're pushing in when you're 2 down and the enemy team is 4 up, guys, it's instant death. But if you make that one little call out, those 2 people on your team may slow down, stop, let the other 2 spawn up, and you will have a much, much better push than if the 2 just went in there with no comms at all. And now, building off of that, guys, before we get into more like easier stuff to cap off this video, I want to talk about power weapons. Call out when power weapons are coming up. And I'm not talking, oh, overshield's up right now, we got to get over there. No, 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 no. At 30 seconds, you can see when the power weapon is coming up, guys. So call it out at 25 seconds. Call it out at 20 seconds. Even if I see there's like 18, 19 seconds, I'll say there's 15 seconds so that if my teammates aren't looking, they know, oh crap, it's coming up soon, and then they have that little bit of like extra window to get over there. So try to call out power weapons, because no team in Halo Infinite Ranked is fantastic at watching the power weapons. If you are, I promise you, you're probably winning more games than most teams. But I assume your teammates, whether you're playing with randoms, friends, what have you, they're probably not always watching that power weapon. So the better you can be at watching it, calling it out, and more importantly, giving the specific timestamp on how much time is left, guys, it can really go a long way and change the way you guys play the map. And I really want to bring up just chatting it up with your team and making like objective communication with them. So either, hey, John, push this angle with me, or okay, guys, we're 4 up. Let's send 2 down bottom mid and 2 right side, and we'll pinch this OS. And just talk about things that are objective and things you and your team can actively do on the map to help you towards that victory. Don't just say, we need to go to the other side of the map and get more kills, or we need more time on oddball. Be objective about it. Talk about what you want your team to do and what positions they need to be in to make these plays happen. For example, guys, there's 2 down in the kill feed. Let's grab ball and bring it up, I don't know, top C. That is a very objective thing to do. You're laying out a short game plan, and your team goes, okay, he wants me to do this. I'm going to grab the ball and go top C. You know, just simple stuff like that can really help your team know what they need to do to help you get towards that win. And finally, guys, people ask me all the time about individual map callouts, for example, on streets, you know, pizza jump, or a C balk, or B steps. There's a lot of different ways to learn these, guys, and the first and most easiest way, if you don't already know callouts, is just describe what it looks like. They're called B steps because they are the stairs near B. If you call out top C, it's not the most descriptive call out, but people generally know what you're talking about. Describe what you are looking at. You know, the palm tree. If somebody's near those palm trees outside front C, just say front palm. And sometimes it really is as simple as that. Just, if you do not know the call outs, just give your team something to work with so they can at least get some rough idea in their head of what they should be looking for and what is going on over there. Now, when it comes to actually concreting like what these things are called and what the pros like to call them, guys, my personal way of learning all the comms is literally watching the pro team scrim, or if you're watching the HCS guys, when they do the listen-ins, pay super close attention to what they're calling things. And that is honestly the main way I learned some of the tougher and more like specific callouts. Now, every team doesn't call everything by the same exact thing, but you'll see a lot of similarities, and that's probably the best way to learn is what the pros are calling. Perfect example is Formal. I love watching Formal. Optic does occasionally stream their scrims, and he's just a freak in the comms, and you can learn a lot of the locations from watching him. But other than that, guys, a lot of good resources on YouTube. I know Shyway likes to do a lot of good communication videos and things like that with specific callouts on each map. Other than that, you can get like overhead layouts of the maps on Reddit with all the callouts or the general callouts and things like that. And then finally, guys, when you're playing the game, in the bottom left of the screen here, you can see there are comms for each area in the map, and as you move around the map, it will change. Now, again, it's not the exact callouts, but it is really better than nothing than you going, I died at, I don't know, you know. those are the things you really don't want to hear in the communications, and it's almost better to be silent than doing that. And that's pretty much everything I can give you in terms of specific areas on each map and how to learn what to call them and things like that. But more importantly, guys, the final thought: when all else fails, whether the mic's broken, you don't know what to call it, or you're stumbling over your words, your mouth is full of Cheetos, I don't know, ping. Bind your ping button to something you can easily press, and no matter what is going on, pinging can be a whole love language on its own, guys. So do not be afraid to ping up one-shots. Ping OS when it's coming up. Ping anything. A lot of players rely on pings, especially if they're not calming with you on the mic, be it a random in the ranked arena, guys. Use that ping button. You saw me just use it there. It'll turn the color of the enemy if there is an enemy in the ping. Very useful feature. Do not underutilize it. Use it to your advantage, especially in the situations I listed. But alrighty, guys, I tried to fit everything I could possibly think of communication-wise in this video, so I really do hope it helped you out. So let me know in a comment if it did. Let me know if I left something out. I'll put a heart on it so it goes to the top so people can get help from you guys as well. But as always, guys, subscribe to the channel. We upload literally every day. We're streaming this game 5 days a week still. The vibes have been amazing on the streams, and it's been a lot of fun. So hit that sub button, guys. Leave a like on the video as well. I already mentioned leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this video. And then finally, guys, channel membership. Super thanks if you'd like to support monetarily. It helps me out ever so much as a creator, but please do not feel like you have to, guys. But alrighty. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the support lately, guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.